by tying data protection to business management. And my name is Richard Akullian, and like I said, I'm the online marketing manager at Autotask, and we're joined by Tania Sheppard. She's the regional sales manager at Axcient. And once again, we're lucky to have Ed Burke. He's the president of B2B MSP. And we just had someone come in, Shaman, saying that they're hearing a little bit of echo. You might be running through both your phone and the computer. Try reloading the WebEx, and that should fix that for you. So I apologize for that. So just want to tell everyone who doesn't know what Autotask is a little bit about who we are at a high level. And Autotask is the world's #1 provider of cloud-based IT business management software, born and built in the cloud since 2001. That's a buzzword that a lot of people hear now and have been talking about for a few years now, is the cloud. And we've been there since 2001. And what we're really focused on is services automation and putting that all into one cloud. And we put those all under one house. So it's the service desk, it's your project management, time and expense, billing and invoicing, and your CRM, all built into one, all sharing information and all talking together. And we know that a lot of people in the technology services business are out there providing products to their customers, so we want to make sure that the product automation can be built into there. And we focus on that by using great integrations with companies like CNET and QuoteWorks and all the different great quoting tools that we can associate ourselves with. We want to make sure that you can get those tied directly into Autotask. And of course, we're here today to talk about the Autotask and Axcient integration, and Ed Burke's going to share some details on that and how it's working for his business. And when I want to talk about Autotask, it's more than just our product. It's more than just the people here. It's the people all across the world that are using our software and that are partners of ours. We just actually had our Autotask community live down in Orlando wrap up last week, and that had about 1,000 people there. We had about 40-plus vendors. Axcient won Best in Show. I've got a great picture from them with our Senior VP of Business Development and Community, Lendy Costanzo. And then also, we want to make sure that you can build your client portal into Autotask. So we have a client portal that will allow you to communicate better with your clients, allow them to fill out tickets for themselves that are going to automatically funnel into your Autotask business management platform, so that you're not doing double entry and so that you can be as efficient as possible. We also have an online community of 50,000 plus users around the world who are sharing best practices and workflows, and I can show you guys a little bit about that later if you'd like. Now, we have 200 plus full-time employees right now spread across the world. And we're set up in Beijing, China. We have a great development team out there as well as sales team on the ground. We also have our international headquarters. We're in Richmond, London. And that office actually, as of last year, had 1 person in it. And now we've just moved into a larger office out there because we were up to 30-plus heads. I'm coming to you today from New York, from headquarters of Autotask Corporation. We're also set up in South America. We just set up a new office in Sydney, Australia. And we just set up a new office in Frankfurt, Germany. And we do have customers in 55-plus countries. I'm sure we have a bunch of people on today from different countries around the world. And we know it's all about speed, so we have data centers in the U.S. and the U.K. right now, and we actually just have one that's getting underground, or getting off the ground in China. So we're trying to make sure that we can have the greatest speed to your data because we are a SaaS-based platform. And we're focused on being open. And when I'm talking about SaaS, we're talking about getting in the cloud. So we want to make sure that you can utilize Autotask on any browser that you'd like. So we're focused on making sure that we're open on Chrome, Internet Explorer, Safari, Firefox, etc. And we want to make sure that once you're accessing it, that different people within your company can get a hold of different amounts of data, different types of data. So everyone from the executive to the sales rep to the service manager, field tech, and billing accounts all have different pieces of Autotask which are specifically built for them. We want to make sure that you can access it both on your desktop as well as an Android, iPad, etc. Because we know that mobility is the wave of the future, and if you can't access on the iPad, etc., it's going to be a problem for you and for your business. And like I said before, CRM, contracts, service desk, timesheets, projects, inventory, all the way down to community and billing, every piece is in Autotask. And when I talked about integrations before, we're talking about RMM, storage, backup, Outlook, quoting, managed print, and accounting. We want you to be able to run your business how you want to run your business and use the tool set that you want to use. And a lot of people out there using Autotask are also using Axcient, so that's why we were focused on this integration. Now, when I talked before about how you want to run your business, I'll show you a little bit of a workflow on how an event management is going to come in, and you're going to have an alert come in from one of your tools like Axcient that's automatically going to pass across that information into Autotask tickets, which is going to start the workflow. It's going to start assigning that ticket. It's going to notify the right resources, maybe kick out a survey and attach that to your SLA so you can prioritize your time and your service. It's going to enter that onto a timesheet, which is going to tie tie that service ticket to your contracts, and then it's going to eventually end up on your invoices and your reports and your profitability, because it's all about the money. So if it's not getting to the invoice, then why are we doing it? And so what some of you guys are here today for is a little bit of education, and we do 40-plus live webinars and workshops a month. We have a lot of great product training, business building content. We have 120-plus on-demand training videos right now, great boot camps. We just finished up one before Autotask Community Live, and road shows. We're always on the road, and we just had, like I said, one of our biggest road shows, which is our own event, Autotask Community Live. So with that, I want to kick it off, introduce Tania. And I'd like to bring her in. She's a great partner of ours from Axcient, so welcome, Tania.
Thank you so much, Rich, and welcome, everybody. Yes, Community Live was a fantastic event last week, and for those of you that are participating today that attended, I'm sure you will concur. And not just because we won Best in Show, but that was a tremendous icing on the cake there. So I'm Regional Sales Manager for Axcient. I want to welcome everybody and thank you for attending. Little bit about Axcient. I'm just going to talk a bit about the company, go through our products on a very high level, and of course we deal in the MSP and reseller community just like the Autotask products. So we're based in Mountain View, California. We focus very much on culture over here at Axcient, so we're all in the same building, and we all fly out into our territories to look after our partners yourselves. Our mission is to put an end to small and medium business downtime. Axcient provides total data and application uptime and access all the time. As you can see, we're VC funded. We have some great names there in our investors. And our executive team below comes from some of the top companies in the IT industry. Ours hopefully to be added soon. We're a little guy now, but we're growing rapidly. And we put our company values there in the bottom corner of that slide just to show you we're very serious about it. We take them very seriously. Everybody here at the company, we work together to help each other, and propel you guys, our partners, to feel the same way. All right, so let's talk about the product a little bit. One platform, Agentless, unified, and secure. As you can see at the bottom, we are a web-based management tool, and we also are utilizing any of those four systems. So your Internet Explorer, your Mozilla, your Safari, your Google Chrome, all access our remote management console, which controls the whole Axcient appliance. You put your local appliance on your customer site, and that's where all the data gets backed up initially. Basically, file and folder backup from multiple operating systems. The second layer is a brick-level exchange restore capability. Multiple OS backup, and then the image backup, leading to an on-site failover and bare metal restore. Those are the four basic packages involved in the Axcient solution. Everything gets backed up to the appliance on-site and then into our cloud. With the image backup and BMR, you can have the instant failover on-site for your server continuity. Once your original server gets back up to speed or you procure a new piece of equipment, you can do the BMR whilst all the time keeping your customer up and running. All the data that's backed up to the local appliance also gets backed up to our data center. We have two. We have one in San Jose, California here, and one in Toronto, Canada. Both SSA 16, Type 2 compliant to help you help your customers retain their compliances in the various industries. We protect the entire network. This includes servers, workstations, laptops. We also carry copies off-site for your full disaster recovery, and that's our cloud continuity program that I'll go into in just a minute. And the VMR, as we said, for the workstations, hosting Windows 7 and Vista. As I said, we do support the multiple operating system platforms, just like your Autotask, Windows, Mac, and Linux. And on the virtualization side, VMware, Hyper-V from Microsoft, and your Citrix Zen server. And as we discussed, the cloud continuity. So after you've backed up all your files on-site to the local Axcient appliance, you have all the files are copied into our data center, into the cloud. Now, should you have a full site disaster, all those files are accessible through our cloud continuity program. You can spin up your servers in the cloud for your actual business continuity. So should the dreadful and not pleasant happen when an office does go down, and this can be fire, flood, tornado, hurricanes. We've seen it happen, sadly. All your files are accessible through the Axcient data center through our cloud continuity program. Some of our integration partners, obviously Autotask on the professional services automation side, but those are some of our remote management and monitoring partners, Kaseya, Enable, and Level platforms. So if you're utilizing those, we'll be working with you also. We do have some Q2 special offers, and that's a little bit about my contact information if you want to jot it down, and I'll be happy to give you some details after the seminar. And that was really Axcient in a box. Excuse the pun. And I'm going to hand it over to our good friend and customer and distributor, Ed Burke, for his part of the presentation. Thank you all.
Great. Thank you, Tania. So I'm going to pass over to Ed right now and welcome Ed Burke. He's the president of B2B MSP, and he's a great customer of ours in Axcient. So welcome, Ed.
Hey, thanks, everybody. This is Ed Burke. I'm talking to you from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia today, although our company